about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yes.
When the Honorable Chief of Staff issued a statement directing heads of agencies to furnish the office of the president with information with respect to people or persons who were employed, appointed, recruited after the 7th of December. I initially had a problem with that letter or that statement because it is not enough for anybody to think that because you had your letter after 7th of December, that in itself means that it is illegal or the letter shouldn't have been given to you. There are two things that happens in such instances. It is either the letter is indeed valid or it's not valid. I'll get into that.
Okay.
So 2 or 3 weeks after, we now see a letter again from the Chief of Staff now directing heads of agencies to, as it were, suspend, terminate, or revoke appointment letters that were issued after the 7th of December.
Okay.
Now, my question is, I have not cited any letter from the president directing the Chief of Staff, because even if you read the Chief of Staff's letter,
signed by Felix Ofosu-Kwakye,
it does. No, I think it was signed by
Kalisus Mahama.
Yes,
Dr. Kalisus Mahama.
I think so.
No, I think that the one that I have seen was
signed
by the Minister of State in charge of government communications.
That has been. If you have that letter,
president, that's Felix Kwakye Ofosu.
You have that letter.
That's the one I have.
Okay. So I would want to make a point.
Yes.
As to whether the Chief of Staff is clothed with that jurisdiction.
Please, if we have the Felix's statement, if we can put it up so that we can read it again, in order to put the conversation. Good. So here we go.
Right.
Okay, so this is signed by Dr. Okay, so you're right. It's signed by Kalisu, so you're right. Absolutely.
No, it's signed by Julius Debra himself.
Yes, this is actually signed by Julius Debra himself. Okay, so I haven't seen this, to be honest with you.
Yes.
There's another one which I saw which was signed by Felix. So it said the Office of the President, revocation of appointment and recruitment made after 7th December 2024, consistent with government pronouncement in relation to near end of tenure appointment and recruitment. I wish to bring to your attention that all appointment and recruitment made in the public services of Ghana after 7th December 2024 are not in compliance with established good governance practices and principles. Accordingly, all heads of government institutions are hereby requested to take the necessary steps to annul any such appointment or recruitment and submit a comprehensive report on the actions taken to the office by 17th February 2025. So they actually have 3 days more. Okay, your cooperation in this matter is highly appreciated. That's Honorable Julius Debra. So you're right, Chief of Staff. No, you said Kalistus, but this is actually Julius.
Yes, so Chief of Staff.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the point I want to make, and I will take you to Article 195 of the 1992 Constitution.
Yes.
I just want to tease the minds of Ghanaian, Ghanaian people.
Right.
As to whether the Chief of Staff is clothed with the jurisdiction and the legal power to write this letter without referencing or without letting the people of Ghana know that he is under the direction of the president to do so. I take you to Article 195.
Okay.
Subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the power to appoint persons to hold or to act in an office in the public services shall vest in the president.
Okay.
Shall vest in the president.
Not the presidency. I think that's
not the presidency.
That's the distinction.
Shall vest in the president.
Okay.
acting in accordance with the advice of the governing council of the service, consent given in consultation with the Public Service Commission. Now, when you take the two, that is when the power that has been given to the president is delegated. The president can delegate some of that power to persons that have been named in the Constitution, or if you like, where Parliament has approved that such persons are clothed with the power to do so.
Okay.
So, two, the president may, subject to such conditions as he may think fit, delegate some of his functions under this article by directions in writing to the governing council concerned, or to a committee of the council, or to any member of that governing council, or to any public officer.
To any public officer?
Or to any public officer.
Okay.
Now, let me emphasize this one. Under this article, by directions in writing. So, the same way appointments are done, the same way revocations will have to be done.
Right.
The office of the president is a continuum. It is not individualistic. And so I am just teasing the minds of the Ghanaian people whether what Julius Debra wrote is in consonance with the law, especially Article 195 of the Constitution.
Okay.
As to whether Julius Debra himself
is clothed with the
power and authority to do what he did.
Statement or that letter.
That is number one.
So we'll leave it to
the people of Ghana.
Not as well, especially the legal brains to debate that. But we'll come back to this at some point, because I'm sure that it's a question, even though it sounds more like a rhetorical question, but it is also to trigger a certain kind of conversation, because this is not the first time we're seeing this.
Right.
In the past, we've seen chiefs of staff issue all kinds of statements, directing all kinds of things. And I'm sure that at some point we'll come back and have a conversation about whether indeed it falls within the ambit of the law.
Right.
Yeah. So it's an interesting question you've asked.
Right.
Yes. So carry on.
Number two, we need to set this foundation. We need to let the Ghanaian people know as to the power that is given to a person or a president or a governing council to be able to terminate appointment.
Okay.
And that has also been enshrined in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. If you read Article 191, it says, a member of the public service shall not be, the B is dismissed or removed from office or reduced in rank or otherwise punished without just cause.
Okay.
Otherwise punished without just cause. And so, a member of the public service, and you will turn, or if you like, I will turn your mind to the definition of what public service is under the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. You cannot have your appointment terminated.
Sorry, which article again?
This is Article 191B.
Article 191B
B of the 1992 Constitution.
We're also doing our research, so.
No, that's it.
No, I get it. No problem.
A member of the public services shall not be dismissed.
I just wanted clarity.
Or removed from office, or reduced in rank, or otherwise punished without a just cause.
Right.
Without a just cause. And so, before a person who is a member of the public service will have his or her appointment terminated, you may have been given a just cause before your appointment could have been terminated.
Okay.
Without just cause, it cannot happen. Now,
but you would also agree with me that a just cause is relative.
It's relative, and it lies in upon toe.
Yes.
You understand? Yes.
Yes, that's fine.
It may even be regulated by Article 296 of the Constitution, where discretion is given to the person.
And I'm asking you this question because Felix Ofosu-Kwakye has had cause to respond to this question about whether there's a just cause, and he's given stated reasons why that decision was taken. So when you're done, I can also...
no, it's important, and I'll address them.
Yeah, that's fine.
How is a member of the public service engaged or appointed in this country? How? Before someone becomes a member of the public service, one, there should have been a financial clearance that the person can be paid. And if you look at the definition of who a public servant is, they are civil servants whose salaries and emoluments are drawn from the consolidated fund or any fund that is approved by Parliament of Ghana. That is what the Constitution defines, or if you like, the Public Service Act defines who a public servant is. So after the financial clearance has been given, there should have been an advertisement in the dailies, whether 2 weeks or 1 month or 2 months, depending on the advert that is given.
Yes.
Now, after the advertisement, the Public Service Commission will now constitute an interview committee, which interview committee will now have the opportunity to interview persons who made the applications after the advertisement was made.
Okay.
After the interview session, it will warrant a short listing of persons who qualified or otherwise. It is the short listing of these members or persons who applied that will warrant appointment letters being issued out to persons who actually qualified. So let it be known to well-meaning Ghanaians that no one can use a month. No one can use 1 month to give appointment to persons or certain persons in this country. Anybody who had his appointment after 7th of December does not mean that the person did not go through the due process in getting the appointment. It is possible that the person also did not go through the due process. So I am speaking for persons who actually went through due process before appointment letters were issued out to such persons. It is possible that financial clearance was attained about 6-7 months ago. It is possible that after the financial clearance was attained, advertisement was done about a month or 2 later. It is possible that the Public Service Commission started its interview around October. And it is also possible that after the Public Service Commission gave out the shortlisting of members who qualified after the interview, appointment letters were issued either before 7th of December or after December. So a letter that is given after 7th of December in itself does not make it illegal. That's the point I've been making.